So there's a hole in the tree trunk and there's no one staying in that hole. And then the boy is needing food and the boy doesn't have a face and any clothes. So the house normally represents the ego, and the ego is also the sense of self or the conscious part of the child now. And so this would show us that maybe one of our can it be questions would be, can it be that you sometimes feel as alone as this house? And can it be like you feel like that because you have no one to play with at school? Again, the child might or might not own this. Can it be that you sometimes wish that that you can be more beautiful, or that you can change something about the way you feel, you look, or the way you dress, because the child said in the projection that the house like need to be more beautiful or whatever. And here with the tree, normally in the tree trunk, a hole like that would indicate emotional wounding. And sometimes we can look at the length of the tree trunk and take the age of the child and where the wind is normally the age where it took place. So let's say this was a 7-year-old boy. It looks like, well, the whole started about 1/3 up. So a third of 7 years would be 2.25 years. So maybe you can just take note that there might have been early, almost pre-verbal wounding in the child's life, and you might verify that with the parents or in terms of the knowledge that you have, because the child might not necessarily be conscious of that, and therefore I would not ask the child about that, but I would take note of that. And then the bearing of fruit would normally be, if the child say they want to be fruit, it would normally be something like, I wish I can be of purpose, or I can develop in terms of my talents. So I might ask the child, so if that can be you, and bearing fruit can mean that you can get better in something, what would that be? And I might maybe focus on a specific talent that I know the child have, like academics or sport or culture or whatever, being creative or artistic or whatever I've identified about the child. This would definitely give us an idea of deprivation. No face, no clothes, and then also the child said in the projection that this boy needs food. Food and water, which was said about the tree, is normally a need for an indication of nurturing. So it is true that it looks like this child needs emotional nurturing. Specifically, it looks like there's early childhood wounding that needs to be healed, and it looks like the ego needs some restoration. So I would take note of this, and I might or might not ask, can it be that you sometimes feel like you can be that you sometimes wish that mom and dad would play more with you, or maybe you can sit more in your mom's lap, or like refer to some or other emotional nurturing that the child might need. So I would take it to that point. So in general, if we look at this house tree person projection, you will see again that there is a lot of projective info here in terms of where the child are now, and in terms of wounding areas and areas that we would like to address in our therapeutic intervention.